Hello, welcome to Design Space Friday. This is Shirley Ross, a Close to My Heart consultant, and today we're going to work with overlays again. I like to create templates for my overlays. This is one of the templates that I have created, and then I'm going to save it so I can use it over and over. And when I create a template that uses free images, this is just free shape squares, I can share that. And the easiest way to share it is to just share this number that's in the URL. That is the number that goes with the project. And you can just copy that by holding down the control key and hitting C. And then when you want to share it with somebody, they just have to take out the word new and put in that project number and then hit enter, and it will come up for them, and then they can save it. Just click save as and save it into their account. But that's really a quick way for you to share a project with somebody. Just remember, it can't have an uploaded image, and if it has an image that you purchased the license to use it, then they would have to purchase it when they go to cut it. They don't get to use it just because you saved it in a project, just to give you that heads up. So we're going to take this template and we're going to make this layout. This is for, I went to a baseball game for the 4th of July, so I thought I'd make a template to go with all the photos that I took. So I'm going to just slide this one out of the way, and I'm going to bring this one over. This is not one that I would, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'll come back to that. What we're going to do is anytime I want to include something different, like this, all I'm going to do is fill in the spots that I want to use. And I'll just do that by bringing in a square. And then I'm just going to put it where it touches both sides and then come down. And then I'm going to duplicate that, because remember with weld, you can do more than one image at a time. And I'm just going to put it down here. Then I'm just going to drag to select all of them. And then I'm going to hit weld. And that welds those into the corners. Now I want a fireworks in one corner and a baseball in the other. So I'm going to go to images. And I've already got the search for baseball. And I did a filter. If you've not used filter before, I filtered it on purchased. So I only see the ones that I have purchased. That way I don't see something I can't live without and want to purchase it while I'm working on a project. Now the cool thing is you do not have to insert it and then come back. You can stay right where you're at. And I'm going to do fireworks because that's the second image that I wanted. So we'll just type in fireworks. And you see at the bottom the baseball's in the queue. So I'm just going to select the fireworks, and that will put that in the queue. So when I insert the images, they will both come up. And then they always come up in the same space on top of each other. So I'm just going to slide them apart to make it easier to work with. And we'll start with the fireworks, and I'm going to size it down just a little bit so it kind of fits in where I want it. And then I'm just going to, I've already got it selected, so I'll hold the shift key and select the frame and do slice. Remember, you can only slice one image at a time. And then we will just delete the two cuts. So now I have the fireworks, and I'm going to go ahead and arrange this, move it to the back. Remember, whenever you're working with something, an image, then it's going to become the first image. So we're going to bring the baseball up, and we're going to size it, kind of put it in there so we know. Sorry for the clicking and sizing. I need to be able to use my left mouse button. All right, now this is a grouped, and we want to use both of the pieces, but we want to use them ungrouped, so we'll ungroup it. We're going to select the circle, and we're going to select the frame. So I'm going to hold down my shift key and select it. And then I am going to slice, because we're only slicing one piece, and that is the circle itself, which was the base of the baseball. And then we're going to move this to the back because I need to size that inside part of the baseball down, just make it a tad bigger. And that's just to make sure that it touches on all sides. Sometimes when you slice something out, it will make it a little bit larger. We're going to weld this. Excuse me. So now we have it welded. So we have our two spots filled in. Sorry. Now we're going to put the text in. And I really liked the ampersand for, I did it in cricket sands, but I did baseball and fireworks in a child's year. And again, when you go to um, the text, you can filter off of just my fonts, and that way you'll know you're only working with fonts that you own, so you don't accidentally have to pay for something that you fall in love with. If you're like me, that happens often. So I'm going to do baseball. I'm going to click out. I'm going to do text again, and I'm going to do fireworks. And then I'm going to click text again. I wanted the ampersand to be different. So instead of using the child's, I'm going to do the cricket sands, and I'm just going to type in the search until I see the cricket sands come up. And I think it's just a little bit more. There it is. And we're going to do that one. And then we're going to do our ampersand. Make sure you're in the text box. All right. So the ampersand is going to be taller. So I'm going to unlock it. Make it. Sorry. Undo that. Sometimes it just catches that bigger item. There we go. I want it kind of tall. And then we're going to slide it. I kind of want it in the center, but we'll see how it works with the other letters. Now, I know I want these to be 3 inches wide, so I'll go ahead and click in there and type in the 3. And I want them to be, unlock it. I want them to be 1.41 high. There we are, and that's for fireworks. So then let's move fireworks up on the other side of the ampersand. And I want it to line up so the bottom touches but not the top. Let's do the same with baseball. We'll unlock it. We want it to be 3 inches by 1.41. We're going to slide it up on the other side. I want to try to make it look evenly spaced. Let's move the ampersand over just a little bit that way. Maybe a little bit more because it's still touching on the F a little too close. There we go. That looks good. Now we're going to just grab the whole thing and we're going to weld. And there you go. You have a perfectly good baseball and fireworks overlay ready to put photos. You can put the photos in here. And if you have a really cool fireworks one that would sit back behind here, that would be cool. I would also say I would more than likely cut this out in black. So I'll go ahead and change it to black just so you can see what it looks like. So I hope you've enjoyed the Design Space Friday. And I will be looking forward to seeing you next Friday where we will be making a box for a card. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye. This is Shirley Ross, Close to My Heart Consultant.